Hey guys, it's birthday stream day. Yay! Alright, I'm gonna go post this. Boom. So we're live on Tumblr, on YouTube, on Twitch, and I'm going to make a post on Twitter also once I finish this Tumblr post. Alright, cool. So we got that all set up. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Yudai. Alright, so what we have here is... Oh, and let me do Twitter too, because I need to do that. If I don't do that, I lose out on all of the MacGuffins. Alright, cool. Now we're also live on Twitter. And I got some notifications. Ah, thanks. Is that Arabic? I think it's Arabic. Okay, and we already have a fan art from one of my real-life friends. Thanks, Paper Jam Sands. So yeah, what we're gonna do, I have a fan art, so let's pop this up here. Oops. This is one of my characters from my Solia, one of my friends drew. This is by ApherosXII on Twitter, and she drew Adisa, one of my Solia characters. So yeah, you've probably seen... Let me see if I can find a picture of her somewhere. Yeah, I did a GIF of her one time. That was in her old outfit. Where's her new design? Ah, here it is. So here's the design for that character that I was doing. So yeah, that's really cool. Love it. Thanks, Apheros. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is start an animation. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for this one specifically. I kind of wanted to do something like this. Kind of like a little swaying back and forth kind of cute thing. I like that idea. So let's try doing something like that with the, just for test. So let's figure out what kind of pose we want. I'm gonna go save this, and then I think we're just going to save it as a new project so that we don't get it confused. Buddy Rig 17 animation test. There we go. Thanks, Paper Jam. Got a crown. Got a crown somewhere. Let's go in Thief, and then we can get some more coins this way. Alright, so we've got a brand new file. We can do anything we want with it. Alright, let me switch over to my cool tablet mode. I was out for a few days, but I'm back now. Is Pengi not celebrating? He is celebrating. He's just celebrating on his tablet, doing some work and drinking some Taco Bell juice. Alright, cool. Now I'm using my tablet now, so this should be a little easier to work with. Let's get a initial pose going. Actually, I think this leg got sucked up somehow. The pant leg isn't where it used to be. That doesn't look bad though. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna do. Kind of start with the arms down, like that. Sammy's celebrating too. Thanks for your birthday wishes, Sammy. You're welcome. Oh, you know what I gotta do first though is lock these two layers here. Now everything else is good and locked. Oh, and then let's get the fingers done too, because those fingers are going to kill me later on. Oops. Sort of see them. Actually, you know what I want to do for these fingers? It's a little late for that though, but I'll do it now. I'll do it anyway. We have the Alright, here we go. Sorry, I'm working over here. Thanks, Deadpool. Looking forward to it. Alright, so for all of these hands, for all these fingers, we have to have it... Oh, we have to do the orientation separately. Oh, that stinks. Oh, for the dots. Okay. So we'll just do this. We'll just do boom. Oh, we have to open all these. Darn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's for one. We'll do it on the XY. Oh, we must be over here. Yeah, XY is perfect. Now we'll do it on this other side here. Alright, we'll do XY on this one too. Yeah, that looks good. Now I can actually see them all. And then we'll go back here and show all those again. Alright, cool. So now we can really get in here and grab all these fingers. So yeah, this one already looks good. This one I want to make sure also looks good. Hey Sam, what are you doing, baby? You going crazy? Are you? Yeah, she's going crazy. Alright Sam, you're gonna have to stop. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anything special after the stream? Meeting up with a friend for lunch and then a different friend for dinner. I think that's kind of the plan. Inside there's a plushie of me. Awesome. I have a frigid plushie already. And I've made a 3D version of the penguin plushie. Alright, so let's see. Let's make these arms go a little bit lower, like that. And then we can have her shoulders kind of rock a little bit, so we'll take... Is that the neck? I don't see it. Oh, it is the neck. We have to move... Oh, no. Mesh. There we go, so we don't accidentally click that. Okay, so we got both of these. We're going to push them backwards a little bit. And then grab these here. Rotate them forward a little bit. So we've kind of got a little bit of relaxed hand. And then for the hand itself, I think what we want to do is... Oops. Grab all these parts here. Let's remove that temporarily. I think I got all of them. Oops, not that way. Not that way. There we go. B. B is the right rotation. So we're gonna kind of tilt those in a little bit. We're gonna grab... Okay. It's kind of lagging up a little bit as far as the user interface goes. Okay. There we go. Get that a little bit smaller. Alright. And we'll rotate these ones in a little bit too, just to kind of give it a little bit of looseness. Like that. Same thing over here. We'll grab these ones. Oh, that's kind of cool. Pow 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 pow. I didn't realize I could do that. Let's deselect this one though. Having issues with this interface. Maybe I need to restart it. It's been on too long. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Maybe relax, maybe stretch out the index fingers a little bit. Instead of like that, we could do something here. And like that, and then kind of curl in the back two fingers here. Here and here. Yeah, that's starting to look natural. The wrist still looks wonky, but I don't know. Hey, thanks, Daniel. Do you go to Del Taco? No, we don't have any in the area, and I haven't gotten there yet. You know, Taco Bell would be like the best thing for lunch today. It would be the epitome of who I am. I think going to Taco Bell, I mean not going to Taco Bell on my birthday would be a crime. Alright, so we've kind of got like a little bit of a relaxed kind of... Should the hands be pointing downwards or upwards? She doesn't know. Oops, that's gonna be a damper. I think down a little bit, and that's gonna be an issue. So we push this one negative, and this one will have to be positive. I like that. Maybe this one goes in just a little bit more. Ah. Oh, that's cool. I don't really want that though. I just want this to be a little bit closer to her body there. Do these hands not look at all even? Yeah, one of them's totally taller than the other one. Or is it just the angle? I hope it's just the angle. Let's make the angle identical for each one. So we got some that goes back like that, and then for this, there, now they're identical. They're about the same length. I think the problem here is, yeah, this one might be just a little bit shorter, like that. I think that fixed it. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, so that looks pretty cool. Oops, wrong one. So we could do a little bit of a twist. I think what we're gonna want to do is move the hips here like that, and then maybe rotate it like that, and kind of go back and forth like that. So let's get that basic page. No. No thanks. Thanks for the offer, but I don't think anyone's interested. Alright. What was I doing? I got all distracty and stuff. Oh, we were gonna start out with the basic body. So we got 1,000, 2 1,000, 1,000, 2. So it's about 1 second fully. Oh, and we already have some animation on here, so let's start by getting rid of that. Oh, we've got these two here. Let's get rid of these. Boom. And we're back to a blank slate. So what we're gonna start with is, I think, this here. Let's turn on auto keying, and we'll move it over here and rotate it. Oh. Did it move? I thought it moved. Let's move it just a little bit more and then rotate it back like that. Oh, it's not auto keying it, it's just undoing the key. Oh, that's record active objects, and this is auto keying. There we go. So I'll move this over like this. and then we'll rotate this kind of like this, and then we'll go up to 24, make another keyframe, and then go to about 12. Yes, Sammy. Can do something like this. So let's see what that looks like all together. Oh, can't really see too much of it because she's all pixely. There we go. And we gotta set this to 24 frames total. Project, preview time, 24. There. That's kind of cool. And look at her knees. Using these inverse kinematics, her knees just bend automatically. Yeah, gotta have that cat yelling at me or it doesn't count. And I think what we're gonna do also is do the little arm flappies. Hey, Pirate Cat Gamer. So let's see. In order to do the arm flappies, she needs to be coming down. So so as she gets to this part, let's get this set up. We want this to be in as much as possible like this. And then we'll make another keyframe over here and then go back to 12. And then, you know, put it about right here. And of course we can offset these later. We'll just put this about right here. And then at about 6, what we want is the arms to go out. Oh, something weird happened. Ah, I see. This arm actually is a little bit longer than the other one. But just by a tiny hair. So do that. And I think that'll be good. Six, we need to make this one longer. I mean, not longer. Further out also. And then they come in, boom. And then 18, they have to go out again. What happened over here? These are supposed to be the exact same. So I like this. So let's just copy all of these shoulder points. There we go. So that should be identical here, and then we'll copy this one. Mm. Oh, I see what happened. Paste identical and then actually make it a keyframe. Maybe we forgot to make this one a keyframe also, so let's copy this, go back over here, paste, and then actually make it a keyframe. They're not exactly going out to the exact same distance, so let's try doing that. Let's make it a little bit more even here. And then this one needs to come up just a little bit more too. About right there. And then we can do a little bit with the easing. So we'll go into the shoulders, kind of get them all into view. And then I think what we'll do is on the up, we'll make it faster. Like, boom, boom. Yeah, something like this. Is there any way to, I guess you could just do this, yeah. And make these ones longer. Let's see what this looks like. That doesn't look very good at all. So let's undo the ease that we just did, put it back to normal. And let's get a little bit of twist going on. We'll copy this over here. And we'll do a little bit with the head rotation too. So we'll make a keyframe of it kind of like here, copy that keyframe here, and then kind of go, I guess, over here. We might have to do the opposite. Oh, that looks good. And then what happened? Did it not save the keyframe? Yeah, it doesn't look like it saved it. So we'll just copy this. See what that looks like. What's this girl's name? She's just kind of like my test animation. I don't really have a name for her yet. Also on frame 6 we're going to make these a little bit smaller, a little bit closer together, I think. Let's just get them about halfway closer, like that. She just kind of looks unnatural when she has her arms so spread out like that. Happy birthday. Thanks for the birthday wish. So I think what we'll do here is have the chest wiggle also. We have to. So at about 8 we'll make a keyframe, and then at 12 we'll set the keyframe back like this, and then kind of let it ease out like fire, and then -1, and then back to 0 on 20. Actually, it should be a little bit closer, like here. Where is it? Here we go. So these frames should be back about here. And then this should, I think, should be about right here. Maybe even further. Let's try that out. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then maybe this could be a little bit smaller too. And then we'll just do the same thing on this side here. Where we go about here. And then at 1 before, so at 23, we would go +15. And then at this one it'll be pretty much 0. So we'll make this 0. And this starts at 4, 5. So that's 7 before. This should also start 7 before, so we'll do like that. Frame 0 will also be 0. And then frame 2, I think this is 0, and at frame 1 will be -4, so we'll do that. 4. No, this would be 0, sorry. Boom, 0. Frame 1 will be -4. And then this is 2 frames after that, so 3. I think we'll be back to 0. Not much transition here. I think it shouldn't be 0. I think it should be more like nine. And then this will be like that. Okay, let's try that. I think the rotation, yeah, it needs to be a little bit stronger. So we'll bring this up a little bit like that so we can see it better. And then we'll bring all these out. Like that. Same thing for twist and bend here. And I think for neck also. She still looks kind of stiff compared to the other one. Maybe the hip needs to be lower. Let's try that. Let's give this a save and then we can go reopen it if it's wrong. Something like that. And then do the exact same thing over on the middle. And then have 6 kind of lift up. And then 18, we'll just copy this over here. And then we'll take this one, oops. Paste that there. And then we'll get these stretched out. And then what's going on with this one? Is that still position? Yeah, this needs to be a little bit smoother. So we'll take these 2 frames out. Oh, and then we should just grab all these, right? This one's a little bit too big, so we're just going to put him about at 18 and 6, and then put these guys at 18 and 6 also. I think this yellow one might be a little bit too intense. So let's make it a little bit less intense. Hmm. The main problem with this loop is that it's connected to, you know, an actual loop. It's not like it's going through twice. So I guess what would be good is if we just completely looped it twice. Which is easy enough to do, I just want to get the whole animation started before then. And then we can play it from the middle instead, and that would give it a more accurate loop. I think this part is weird, where she kind of dips down. Like here she's dipping down like normal. But for some reason, in just this part, it feels like it's way too... Oh, it is a little bit lower than the other one. That right back up to the middle part right here. Oh, that's actually nicer. Yeah, we got it figured out. So this part isn't behaving anymore. I think it needs to be a little bit less intense. Maybe bring this part over a frame. Oh, I think that's what it needed. Alright, so let's just bring this over a frame, and then we'll bring... This red one goes up to about here. And we'll just bring all these back one. That didn't change much. I think these ones can actually be in a little bit more than they were before. And I think the hand should actually also be rotating, so when she goes out on 6 and 18, her fingers should be out here. Actually, we need to go in here, keyframe that, and this one too. And then on 24, also keyframe these two. Oh, no, here. And on 12. 12, click here, keyframe. Why isn't it keyframing? Keyframe both of those. Keyframe both of those. Keyframe both of those. Then on 6, we get to twist this one out a little bit more, like that. 20, we'll do the same thing. And then over here on this one, and this should not be 20, this should be 18, so we'll go over 2 frames. So let's see what that looks like now. Scale this up a little bit. Yeah, that looks a little bit more floaty. And I think the ease out should be more intense on the hips. So let's go back and make the hips ease out rather than ease in and out. So here's the hip position. We need to fix this so that it eases out. So we can fix that by going like this and then going like this. Yeah. Same thing with the Y. We'll go up here. We'll just grab all these and then just drag the first one in a little bit like that. And the Z doesn't have anything on it, so we can... And then I think we'll do the same thing for the rotation too. Twist and bend. There. Oh, that looks a lot nicer. Look at that. I'm gonna zoom it up for you guys. So now we'll do the face, I think. So let's go up to the top here. Oh, God. I will save this as anim test. Alright, so what we'll do is at frame 0, so we have to change this to frames, and we'll zoom way in so that we can get all of these frames to about... Alright, 24 is our end, so let's make a marker. Can I set a marker? I guess I have to do it on a layer. Yeah, here we go. So 24 is going to be our last frame, so then I have this little marker that shows us how far we can go. And then for master, what I want to do is set her eyebrows and mainly her blink. So we're going to have her blink and eye pupils location, and then just manually change the eyebrows. So we'll have her kind of look maybe raise the middle too just a bit like that, and then lower the end ones. And then kind of raise the other two middle ones here just a tiny bit, like that. So she looks kind of like that. Hey, Angel. Hey, welcome back, Paper Jam. Alright, so we're doing the face animation. Here, I can show you guys what I have so far on the other one. So this is what we have so far on this one. It's a little back and forth movement. So what I'm doing now is the face for this. So over here on frame, frame 0, we want her to be looking over to the middle a little bit, like that. And then over at frame 12, she needs to be looking the other way. Like that. And then at frame 24, we'll copy those over here. We'll set an ease on them for interpolation. Did that work? Yeah, I guess it did. And then I think right here we'll have her blink. It's loading. I haven't used this in a while. Loading, loading, loading. It's taking its time. I don't know what's going on. It's just frozen. Okay. There we go. So now we'll put an ease on this one. And we'll do it manually here. So we want it to be ease out like that, and then this will be kind of like this. Alright, so let's see what this looks like after it renders a second. It shouldn't take this long to render. Play. Play it. And do you think we should have the eyebrows move a little tiny bit? I think that would be kind of cool if we just had the eyebrows move just a little tiny bit. And then right when she closes her eyes, we'll have them all go down a little tiny bit. maybe the middle two will go down even further. Like that. Put an ease on that. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Alright, so let's render this out. I'll check that out as soon as this starts rendering. Add to render queue. Alpha PNG, best settings. We only want 24 frames. So start at 0, end at 24. Okay. And then we'll render it out to render drive, AE renders, make a new folder, call it 3D tests, base tests. And oh yeah, we can do this just like that. Okay, that'll render out for a few seconds. I'm gonna go check this artwork that you did. Oops. There we go. It's a penguin with a little hat. And a little... Oh. That was fast. And a bow tie. Playboy penguin. He would be. There you go. He's a good boy. Good penguin boy. Alright, so now that we've got the art shown and the face animated, let's go back and face fixate this face onto the head. So we'll go over to where the head is. Actually, we could just do this straight from materials. So I'm gonna try that. The unlucky, adorable penguin from Looney Tunes. Was his name Unlucky or Lucky or something? Alright, so we have luminance channel that we have to set. So we'll do render AE 3D face tests. We'll take this one, copy, no, and then I think we need to do animation. Calculate. Alright, I think that did it. Huh, that's kind of weird. Alright, let's go into, let's turn off the alpha, yeah. That's a little weird, that it would change right at here. Oh, that's even weirder, that it would switch the file completely. Oh, because I had auto keyframe on. But that's really good. I didn't know I could do that. I did not know you could keyframe a file like that. That is really cool. So let's take off that bitmap animation. turn off that auto keyframe for a second and then reload that back in. So I learned something I didn't know before. That's crazy that you can do that. Okay, animation, calculate, there we go. And then we'll have to do that for, we'll just copy this texture, copy to alpha, paste. And I think that worked. Let's turn the alpha back on. So let's just do a close-up of the face here. Make sure that her face is in the whole thing. So we'll do that about right here. I'll do a render with the picture viewer. Unfortunately, it's doing the full view. Oh, it's looking good. Yeah, look at that. And she's gonna blink right here. That's loading pretty quick. Yep, here comes the blink. Ah, that's nice. It did it. That's kind of fast though. But it looks kind of great. Look at that. I mean, even for it being so fast. Is it lagging because it's rendering? Yeah. If you look at it now, it's going smooth. So let's zoom out to about right here. Make sure she's in the whole scene. We want it to be a little bit further over to that side. There we go. And then we'll do preview render, save, and then we'll render it out so it's even faster. Also, we'll change the project so that the maximum time is also 24. And then we can render this out here. And then that should play, or I'll have to press the play button. Her hands are kind of going all over the place. Let's see what it looks like if we just take out frame 24. It's a lot smoother. But it's still kind of quick. 1, 2, 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. Yeah, it's a full second, but it's still a little bit quick. I think what we have to do is lower the amount of movement on the chest and then just kind of stretch, time stretch everything else out. You would slow it down? Yeah, me too. Maybe about 1.5 times the speed. Let's just get all of the animation, select all of it, and then we'll save it, of course, and then we'll time scale it. Yeah, move scale. And we'll scale it to about 1.5 and see what happens. Move 0. Alright, let's try this. Wow. So that means the maximum is now 36. So we have to make the project 36. And the preview time is also 36. Oops. There we go. Now the problem with that is we just have to re-export this the face animation, but that's no problem. We can also time scale that. So we'll go up to 36. We'll make... Alright, we already have these 2 frames, so that should fix that. So we'll grab this, go to 36, and then just time stretch these ones up here, make sure it looks fine. Alright, here she forgets to blink properly, so it's a good thing we checked that. So now we can just do that. Alright, cool. So we'll save this again, export it at render queue. Custom frames 36. Hit OK. Do alpha PNG. Render it out to here. Yes. I think we can get rid of all these other ones too. Render it. That'll do its thing for a second. We can go back down to the bottom screen here and just get that ready for when it goes. You can just deselect those for now. Having them all selected is kind of a pain. Alright, that's the sound of the thing happening. So what we'll do is we'll go back over here, make sure it is animated correctly. Yeah, 36, and then I just have to go over here and do the same thing. Calculate 36. Alright, so let's save that, and then let's do another picture viewer render. Alright, good. She's still looking at the camera. That's good. And then she does her little blink. A little bit slower. And there. And then let's play it back. Now her pants are kind of clipping through her hips a little bit. I was a little bit worried that would happen. The time is a lot slower. I think that's the perfect amount of time. Alright, so now what I think I'm gonna do for the arms specifically. How much time we got? We got a little under 2 hours. So what we're gonna do is take the shoulders rotations. Is there any animation on this? No, let's get rid of that. Scale and rotation, we don't need those weighing us down. And then for the shoulder rotations, what I'm going to do is loop it right here and then make it delayed a little bit. Actually, maybe just 1 frame. And then for the wrists, we'll do the same thing, duplicate this, and then move it down by about 3 frames. That doesn't look right. Maybe it needs to be going the other way. Like this. Now she looks a bit more floaty, which is good. Alright, so now we'll fix up the chest a little bit. What we're going to do is erase this part, I think. Or rather, just completely redo it, I think. So what we have here is front, and then to the side. So about right here is where it should start, which it does. We'll get rid of this. We don't need this at all, or this at all. All we need is these two. Actually, we only need... Get rid of the... Oh, rotation, we need that. Position, scale, and we only need this red part here. Alright, so here we have it kind of go to the maximum, which I think we should make even more maximum, like this. And then it swings back about right here. So I think we'll push this back 2 frames. Really exaggerate that part. And then get rid of this. Move this to about right here. Add another frame right here. I think it should end about right here, actually. So we'll move these all back to about here. Maybe a little bit closer, so we'll have it right here. Push this one down a tiny bit, and this one go back up right there. Oh, that's a little bit too much jiggle, so we'll just push that here. I think we don't need too much jiggle at all. I think all we need to do is get the delay working. So we'll start it right at the middle part here. Got this delay going. You know what? We'll just get rid of all of this. Start off with this frame right here. And just, you know, get it going from here. So we have the chest going like that, about -20. And then here at 16 we'll go +20, sure. Maybe +20 is a little bit too much. Nah. And then back down here at 36, copy this, oops. Half of 36 is 18. We should have done that right here. Okay, cool. So now what we'll do is just duplicate this over and then set it on a delay, which means this will be like this. Nope, that's not a delay, that's a anticipation. So we'll just do something like this. Maybe a little bit closer. And then tighten up these frames a little bit. Something like that. Maybe even something like this. No, it would be the opposite. It would be like this. I think we'll have to move it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty good. That might be a little bit dramatic though, so we'll just lessen the intensity of that right there. Yeah, that looks better. So we can zoom out, save it, look at the whole thing. Meow. I wish I could figure out a way to get the hips to stop clipping through each other. Alright, I'm getting catcalled over here, so I'm gonna pause the stream real quick. I'll just leave this playing. I'll put the B right back, but I'll leave it playing. Come on, Sam. Alright, I'm back. Had to go change the litter box again. Alright, let's render this out. Oops. Let's see what we get. Yeah, right. I'm trying to decide how to make this work better. I mean, obviously I could take the whole animation. I mean, we already did the shoulder and the wrist, apparently, on a perfect loop. Oh, that's right. Okay. So the shoulder and the wrists are both already on perfect loops, which means I don't need that last frame. That's good. Wow, Pengi RPG is quite demanding today. We just had an archer, now it wants a knight also. Yeah, like I said earlier, it would be a crime not to go to Taco Bell today. Let's see if we can get the chest rotation thing going. Yeah, we got a good loop for this one. Twist and bend, is that one looped? Let's clean it up a little bit. Doesn't need that, doesn't need that, and it doesn't need this or this, just this one. You know what, maybe it would be good to have that the other rotation. Yeah, let's try doing that. Let's try adding in the other rotation. Yeah, it would be P. So we got rotation P here. Wait, that is P, right? I don't think so. That's bizarre. Oh, that's right. That's not for twist and bend, though. That's for just jiggle. We have H and P. Okay, there we go. So we'll want this one to be down a little bit. So we'll go down about right here. And then at about 18, right at the middle, we'll want it to come up. No, at 9, I think. 9 will come up. And then we'll just duplicate this at 18, and then again I guess at 32. No, this one should be over one more. There we go. So we've got a little sine wave now. And then we've got, let's see. How does that bot work? The bot sends a code that's connected to a server. So if you type in a command, it'll send a code over to the server, and the server is the game itself is on my computer, and it's reading codes from the server. So here's the game, and then say if I put in a command like mage, then he switches to the mage class, and if I do a boost, then it'll buy a boost for him. You can check out all the commands over here. Burp. So I think what I want to do for here is make this cubic like that. And then we will make it a little bit on a delay, so we'll just do a little bit like this. Oh, that's a forward delay. So what we want is a little bit of a negative delay. Something more like that. Maybe a little bit less dramatic. So what we'll do is, for this one, we'll make it come down just a tiny bit, from 22 to like 16. Maybe a little bit less delay. Oops. Something like that. Let's scale back out a little bit. We can have it to about right here. Maybe tilt her head up a tiny bit. See if that neck is anywhere on the yeah, something like this would look good. Let's try rendering this out, see what happens, and then we'll delete the last frame. Do you have a community in Discord? Yes, I do. Yeah, let me get you the invitation link in 1 second. I just want to invite some of my friends. Copy video URL. Stop playing. Alright. Find my server. Where's the link? How do you get a invitation? Invite people. I guess we could just do the basic invite link. Okay, here we go. Put it over here. So there's your little invite link. I messed all my screens up. Okay, good. The render's done. The angle looks a little off. Let's get rid of this last frame here. I love the jiggle. It might be a little bit too much, though. Also, the angle's a little bit off. I think it's cool for what it is. Let's just reduce the amount of jiggle we have, and then yeah, so we'll just take this, move it down just a tiny bit, take these, move them up just a tiny bit, and that should reduce it. So we've been working on this for a little while. Gotta figure out a good spot to stop. Also, I gotta figure out a good... Maybe zoom in just a tiny little bit. I want to get those shin guard things in the frame. Yeah, that's fine right here. Let's make a camera so that we don't lose this spot. Let's try another test render, see if this is a good thing with the jiggle going on. I should have set max time to 35 instead. That would have solved the render thing, because we don't have to just delete the last frame every time. Head needs to be rotated a little bit. The jiggle looks better now. Her elbows aren't moving at all, it's just her shoulders and her wrists. I don't think it's that noticeable though. I kinda like it. The only issue I'm having with is these hips and how they're kind of like chopping through each other. Like, see, the belt is going through the pants. Also, the head's not exactly looking at the viewer. So we're gonna have to do that again. Where's the neck? Neck. Alright, that's keyframed. There we go, that's better. Let's set the project time maximum to 5. Save it and then test render again. Never have enough test renders. Ah, there it goes. Play. I think that looks pretty good. Could you remove the belt and just recolor the pants to look like the belt? Yeah. The thing is, I have it set up as 3 different objects. I have the torso, and then each leg is a separate object, and that's kind of why it's clipping through. I know why it is. I guess I could lower the pants, but then the belt would still be clipping through. Let's try that at least. Let's go unlock that layer. Lower this down just a tiny bit. Maybe bring it forward. Same thing with this one. Lower it down. Yeah, if I lower it too much, then it breaks again. This one needs to come out just a little bit more. There. Alright, that sort of fixed it a little bit. I think we could go just a little bit lower, like right here. That would be a good temporary fix if it works like that. Looks like it fixed it. Let's try rendering it again, see what happens. Yeah. That seems to have fixed it. If not by just a little bit. I like it. I think we did a good job on it. If anything, I might lower the amount of arm movement and hip movement. I might just scale everything down just a tiny bit to make it a little bit more subtle. So let's go back in there. Let's go into hip. This is the hip position here, so we can scale this down. And then scale this one down a little bit. We can do the bend. Yeah, the bend's fine the way it is. I think it needs, yeah, it needed a little bit more dramaticness. And then the arms. Needed to go down a little bit here. Oops. These ones need to go down just a tiny bit. These ones need to go up. Oh, I should have done that for both of them at the same time. Oh, it's over here. Yeah. And then the wrists, we can just bring all of them down. Actually, we don't need position or scale. So we can clean that up just a little bit. And then get rid of the rotations that didn't have anything going on. There we go. So we can get these guys brought down. These guys brought up. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, so let's see what that looks like. Let's enter the camera view, render to picture viewer. Hopefully that'll kind of lessen the intensity without removing too much of the motion. Yeah, that looks a little better. Now the leg's clipping through a little bit. I think the twist should also be on a delay. So let's do that. Let's remove this guy, duplicate, and then for the delay, do we want it to be, yeah, negative delay. So what we'll do is we'll just bring this about right here. Yeah, that looks a lot more floaty. Aw, thanks Jacob. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. We've pretty much got the animation part nearly done. It took about 2 hours, but we got a really nice, smooth looking animation going on here. Which I'll show you in a second. And that's kind of like the big thing. I think in the last hour of the stream, we're gonna do the penguin. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's that. I think that's good. I forgot what I was gonna do. So let's render it out and see what happens. Oh yeah, I was gonna fix the legs so they wouldn't clip through. I just need to bring that pant up a little bit. Thanks Sid Rules. Thanks for joining the stream today. Thanks for joining on my special birthday day. I think for the twist and bend, instead of it being cubic like this, we want it to be a little bit more fadey outy. So we'll do something more like that. It's a birthday. Haha. Good game. I didn't know. Happy birthday. Thanks. Thanks, Winters. Yep. Today is my special birthday stream. I said on social media that I was going to be streaming the creation of this animation, which we're almost done with, and then I'm also going to be making a 3D penguin. So we'll do that in about 6 minutes once I finish this. Oh yeah, I was going to fix the pants before I do another render. Alright, let's just move this up. Actually, let's get the... Oh no, I undid the camera. There we go. So with the camera detached, we can go in here, slightly move the y-axis up, maybe like 2. Alright, and then let's go back into here. Let's give this a save. Alright, so we'll keep that there. Render to picture viewer. This might be the final one, hopefully. Oh, yawn. Let's do Archer. So we can start doing some damage on this guy. Yep. That sort of fixed the leg clipping at least. The hair isn't bouncing as much as I wanted it to. Maybe we should do a little tiny bit of bend also. I wonder how that would look. Let's try it. Let's go back to frame 0. Is this our bend? Yeah, that's sort of our bend. One of the problems we have here is with this guy. So that's gonna be too much. So we'll go 60, I guess. And then we will kind of do a little bit of this, -11 here. And we'll do another one, -11 at 35, or rather we should do it at 36. Go to 36. There we go. Oh, it's not letting me make a keyframe on 36. Excuse me. So here we go. We'll just move this one manually. And then half of 36 is 23? No. 18. There. So what we'll do for this one is make it go the opposite way. That doesn't look right. Maybe we'll just do 30? Yeah, 60 is a little bit too much. So we'll just do 30. We'll see what that does. That looks okay. Let's save it and render it. Oh, wait. Who is this girl here? Is she an earthbender? And what is this animation for? This is just a test animation. So for the past 3 weeks in my streams, I've been building this rig, this 3D character. The hair kind of freaks out a little bit. That's too bad. Also, it clips through again, which is no good. But yeah, she's not an earthbender. This is just a kind of test character that I made for my rig. She doesn't really have any story or name or anything. She's just a test character. I wanted to try out a couple different things with her, and then I'll actually fill in with some more final characters. So unfortunately the hair is freaking out. Does it freak out on frame 1 or the frame end? It looks like it freaks out on frame 1. So all we have to do to fix that is go over to frame 1, go back a couple frames, go forward a couple frames. I think that should have fixed it. Let's try it again. I might actually use her later on for a real animation. Yeah, something weird going on with this hair. Look at these, like, 2 pieces of hair that are just kind of sticking through her head, and then at the end it looks normal, and then here they just kind of go through her head. I like the body motion. I think having the twist and the bend together looks really good. Also, it really gives her a lot of personality. She looks really cute. It's just this hair piece. See, like, these first 3 frames here, her hair is inside of her head, and then it moves through her cheek and through her eye. Like, why would it do that? Get it together, game designers. Oh, I have an idea. Let's render negative frames and then delete them. That'll fix it. Minimum time is 0, so let's start it at -5. And then preview at -5 also. So that'll give it just enough time to kind of get its act together. So let's save that. We'll hit that there, give it a... Why does it keep going through her? Yeah, see? It starts off like good, and then as soon as I roll over it, it goes through her head. Whatever. I think that should be enough time. So let's add to picture viewer. Let's see if that works. Newt newt. We're not getting anything. Oh, because it's zoomed in so much. Sorry. So now it started the render exactly where it was before. Going through her head. And I don't like that. It didn't render the first -5 frames. Project time. Oh, maybe you have to go into render settings. Oh yeah, all frames. It says from 30. Huh, it won't go negative. So there's another solution to that. We can set it 5 frames afterwards and just delete the first 5 frames, but then that would be messed up. Yeah, it's not letting me render negative frames, unfortunately. Or maybe it will if I press the right buttons. No, it didn't. That's too bad. Oh, and then I went back into the zoom up area. That's where we wanted it. I don't know. Maybe there's a... Let me look this up real quick, because I need to know. Will I be streaming in an hour? Probably not. I have lunch plans with some of my friends, so I'll be going in about an hour. But I'll be putting this on Tumblr, same as my YouTube. It'll be penguinpotential.tumblr.com or Twitter on @PengiPotential. So everything will be there in both of those sites. So you can either follow me there, you see the final version of this later today. Stretchy stretch. Okay, cool. So we gotta do C4D, cache. I think we want to do a cache. Cache dynamics. Let's try... I guess you have to do that for all of the things. So I guess if we go into search for spline, and we have those all locked, so we have to unlock those. Which ones are the hairs? These ones are the hairs. Okay, cool. So we got our spline wraps. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that one is. Oh, I guess if I click on the splines I'll find out. So we don't want that one. We want all of these. So I'm going to click on all these spline wraps here. I guess that's good, or maybe these ones too. I don't exactly know which ones have the things on them. And there is no option for that. Oh, we need the jiggle deformer. There we go. So some of these are going to be for the hair. I think these are for hairs. Those are for hairs, but I think they're turned off or something. They're not working, whatever is going on. And then these ones are definitely turned off. Okay, cool. Let's grab all these jiggle deformers, go to cache, and then enable cache, calculate, it's calculating, I guess. I don't know why it's going so many times. You can stop calculating now. Is it running 20 times or what's going on? Oh, I see what it's doing. It's calculating it for each jiggle deformer. So we've got a couple to go through. Okay, so that should have done it. So hopefully, if we save this, render to picture viewer. Yeah, that fixed it. Good, good, good. Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy. I don't see it jiggling all that much, though. I mean, I guess it is. Alright. And the last thing now is to fix this pant leg, I guess. Again. Needs to go up just a little bit more. Now it's meshing with that mesh again. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I could, you know, animate it. Yeah, let's try doing that. Let's push this here, put a keyframe on it, or actually, yeah, right here. And then down here, we'll just lower it. I mean, it's sort of cheating, I guess. Alright, now let's try going through that. I got a message. And let's test it out. Nope. Something weird is happening. It's snapping back up. Yeah, it's still a little bit glitchy. The Elite 4 girl from Sun and Moon. I haven't played, but we'll check it out. I am being summoned to my special birthday launch, so we'll have to render this out real quick. After I fix that pant leg. Where's the pant leg? Where's the pant leg? Yeah, here it is. So it's going a little bit low, but we can fix that just by, you know, copying this over here. That should do it. Maybe move this over. We can move this over also, like that. And it just looks like her pant leg's moving on its own. Which it is, but you know, that's not what I want. Let's try it out again. Yep. Right at the top of that arc. That would be frame 25. So we go to where 25 is. That's where it needs to be upwards still. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna just do this. And then we'll bring this all the way down here. That should fix it. One more test render. I don't want to make a habit of, you know, manually fixing the clothes. But it worked as intended, so I think that looks good. Let's give it a full render. Let's go into 3D renders. New folder. There's no new folder button. It's like, you have too many folders. No, I don't. I can make more. We'll call it 3D rig test. Anybody got any name ideas for her? Sharon. That's a good one. Alright, so let's render that real quick. It shouldn't take too long. Add to render queue with the camera set to best render, and then render it to this one here. Fly. Wow, it's going real fast. Probably because we did a cache render for the hair. Yeah, Sharon's a good name for her. She looks Sharonic. It's already almost halfway done rendering. This is like really good for a render. It's like 1 frame every 2 seconds, so half a frame a second. That's good. Alright, let's import it into here and then we'll render it out again. Pop it in here and then scale it down to about 33, maybe lower than that. There, that's good. Let's see what full view looks like. Yeah. And then we'll put a snazzy background. Let's do a little... We shouldn't do a gradient. Let's... and we shouldn't do gray either. Let's do kind of a dark blue. Something like this. Something like the Tumblr color. No, that doesn't look good anymore. Let's do color. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. I'm talking to myself now. There you go. Let's change this color. That's not working at all. Oh, it's hue, saturation, and lightness. There we go. This light gray looks pretty good. Let's preview this. I think we'll make it... Yeah. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, fortunately. Let's stop it at this one, which is... however many frames that is. That's 30 frames. So let's go comp settings. Stop it at 35. Perfect. Why does it look like it stopped it at 34? We have to go 1 more frame. We must go deeper. We must go deeper. Yeah, that's something I was worried about. Okay, cool. Make sure frame 1 doesn't look exactly the same. Perfect. Let's give it a little testorino. Looks good. Let's give it that little background that I like doing, the stripes one. I gotta add it to the project first. Scale that down a little bit. Like that right there. Scale down the opacity. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's save it as documents. What do we save this as? 3D test anim. Render it as a H.264 with best settings. 2 documents. Call it 3D test anim. Render it out. Shouldn't take more than half a second. And then let's pop it up on Tumblr. I don't think we're gonna put the whole thing on Tumblr quite yet. Wait, we didn't make it a GIF. Does it need to be a GIF? I think so. Let's turn it into a GIF. Let's go open up Photoshop. import. Oh, give me a second. Dad's calling me. My dad was just calling me up for a happy birthday. So I'm gonna just save this as a draft for now, and then when I get back I'll post it for real. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I might get some more feedback on it. From my animator friends. Alright, so I'm gonna go hightail it out for some special birthday lunch. I'm glad you guys got to join me for this little animation that I was working on. Yeah, Monday we will be doing some more stuff. And yeah, Monday we're gonna be doing a little bit more. Probably where I left off with the penguin. This weekend I'm going to be working on my story, so we might be making some characters on Monday too. So penguin from scratch. I might just do that over the weekend because I kind of want to do my penguin. But we might animate the penguin on Monday. So I've got this little test animation here, and then we've got some, you know, varied other things that we'll be doing later on in and about the day. But yeah, my friend's waiting for me over at lunch, so I'm gonna go meet him over there. I'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks for joining me for my birthday, and again, oh, I got some birthday wishes. Let's go check these out real quick. Evil After says happy birthday. Thanks, Evil After. NTD Prime says tried to add you on Discord. But it's not working. Did you change your username? Yes, I technically did. Also, happy birthday, dude. Thank you. I made it impossible for people to add me on Discord, because I added a penguin. Burp. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna go end the stream now. Once again, thanks for joining me, guys. Oh, I was gonna show you guys the picture I got one more time. The one of my character. I really like this one from Lindsay. It's really nice. Go follow her on Twitter, AfrosXII. You can also follow me on Twitter, Pengi Potential. So yeah, see you guys.